Heyo, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a fun one because I have been wanting to do this project now for a couple of weeks. We have these little peekaboo windows on either side of our bed and we love them. I love that they bring in natural light. I always said I would never put any kind of blind or anything on them because I do like the natural light. But probably a couple months ago, we had a full moon and I was laying in bed and the way it was peeking through the window, it was literally like right in my face the entire time. And I was like, well, what can I do that's not permanent, that's inexpensive, and that I can do myself? I do not know how to sew. I don't have a sewing machine. I'm not interested in it. So I just found a DIY that I could do for Roman shades without having to do all that. So a few things you're going to need. You're going to need a measuring tape. I just used this fabric measuring tape here. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need an iron, and you're going to need your fabric as well as this particular hem tape that is, you do it with heat. So you'll use your iron for it. I took the measurements in our window from the inside of the window frame to the other side of the window frame. So you don't want to do it from wall to wall. You want to do inside the window. So up and down and side to side, vertically and horizontally, they were both 23 inches. Now, what I did when I went to Hobby Lobby to pick out my fabric, I had her cut it an extra 2 inches wide to give me space to hem it in and put it on the rod. And then I doubled it for the length. So instead of doing 23, I think I even went a little further than doubled. I think I did 52 inches just to give myself some extra space because I didn't know how much of a hem I would need to do at the top or the bottom for the rods. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be 46 and I ended up doing 52. And I'm glad I did that because I wanted to give myself some leeway. So once you've gotten your measurements for your window, you've picked out your fabric, you've got all of the things that you're going to need, your scissors, your measuring tape, your rods, your retractable rods. I got mine off of Amazon. They came in a 2-pack for like $8 and I used 4 of them per window. So they're just retractable rods. You can get them even bigger if you're trying to do like a full-size window in your dining room or your living room. They come in various sizes, but I just needed smaller ones for these. So I used 4 tension rods for each window. And then what I did, and I'm going to show you here, is I laid out my fabric and then I went ahead and laid out my cloth measuring tape here just to verify my 23 inches and that I was going to be able to take an inch off each side. So when I went down the sides, I hemmed those first. It was super easy. You just fold over the fabric, put your hem tape in that fold, and then run over it with an iron until it is stuck together. Once I did the sides, I literally put the tension rod at the top of where my fabric started. I folded it over the tension rod, placed where my hem tape was going to go, left the tension rod in there, and then just ran over it with my iron. When I got down to the bottom, I just, again, folded over that bottom to make that hem and gave it probably about an inch and a half just to make it look very professional as much as I could. Hemmed the bottom, and that's it. So literally all you're doing is you're finding out your measurements for your fabric, you're bringing it home with your tension rods, and then you're hemming the sides, hemming the top over the rod, and then hemming the bottom. No sewing machine. It's basically like tape, but you just have to have heat in order to get it to stick to the fabric. So that's where the iron came in. Once I did that, I put the tension rods up kind of to an idea of where I wanted the pleats or folds to go. Then I got the top tension rod up, put it where I wanted it to be, and then I just started draping the fabric over the rods. Once I did that, I had a lot of extra fabric, but it worked out because what I did was instead of doing 3 rods like I was first planning on doing, I actually did 4 so that it made it look a little less chunky, a little more gathered like it would if you were to pull the Roman shades up. So once I adjusted them, got them how I wanted them, I loved them. But I didn't want to have to take them down, but I did want to have them a little bit more of a seam. So I brought out the handy dandy straightener and I just went over each pleat, each fold, and ran over it with the straightener just to give it a more clean cut look. All in all, this project was very inexpensive because, again, the tension rods were $8 for a 2-pack. So if you're doing a window like mine with that amount of folds, you'll need 2 packs, or excuse me, it was $8 for a 2-pack, and I needed 4 of them. So 16 bucks for each window plus the fabric. I got the fabric from Hobby Lobby, and I got the fabric when it was on sale. So it was 2/3 of a yard, regularly $9.99, total was $6.67. Discounted price was $5.99, and then the total was $3.99 per window. You can't beat that. And I even got some of the same exact fabric. It's kind of like linen, like a textured linen, weathered, heathered linen, whatever. But you know what I mean. Super pretty. And I even got it in khaki too, so that right now we're in the spring, summer, and I like the blue because it matches the bed. But I thought maybe for fall or Christmas, if I want to switch the bedding up, then I can just do the exact same thing here with the khaki and just swap them out. And it's super easy, so cheap. I hope this video helps you to do a simple DIY project. I feel like this, if I had a window over my sink in my kitchen, I would so do this over top of it, because it was just, it took me 10 minutes per window to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and put a comment into the comment section if you have any questions, and I can help walk you through it. Make sure you're following me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.